Take 68, and things are looking great. I only have one topic that I really want to share with you for this Tino take, and it is going to be completely dedicated to the recent conference that was held by the Tron Foundation, in which we had a very important Steemian present Steemit and the Steem blockchain to the Tronians. So today's topic: Elizabeth Powell, Managing Director of Steemit Inc., introduces Steemit to Tronians. What an exciting moment. What a great moment. What a powerful moment to have reached such a high peak just at the end of the year. This is it's like a going out party and getting us ready for the next year. So I'm really proud of how we've come along. And I really want to stress the importance of what has just happened for those of you who need a little bit of context. I'm a public speaker. I've been a public speaker for years, and not just a public speaker because I do SmartCast, but I've actually had plenty of experience speaking to a public audience. Not only that, but I've spent years organizing events in which you had public speakers. And one of the very most important aspects of organizing an event in which you have multiple speakers is that first and foremost you have to identify the position of the keynote speaker. Now, the identity of the keynote speaker is always the easiest to identify because the conference always revolves around the keynote speaker, which is the most important speaker who is going to draw the largest crowd. Now, when you're organizing these events, the keynote speaker has two very important positions, and it's usually the keynote speaker who will choose that position. The keynote speaker is either going to be at the beginning of the conference, or the keynote speaker is going to be at the end of the conference. It is very rare and is very unusual. It's actually bad organization if you put the keynote speaker somewhere in the middle. Now, why is that important? What happens after the keynote speaker? Because it's usually the keynote speaker that likes to choose whether he or she is going to go first or last. Because all of the other speakers then get arranged in a kind of trail. And it becomes a trail of importance because the main event is always the keynote speaker. And those people who are sharing that platform with the keynote speaker, the coveted position is always to be as close to the keynote speaker as you possibly can. So with that said, our keynote speaker for this conference was obviously Justin Sun, and Justin Sun decided to just go ahead and go first, kick it off himself. And what happens after that is that those people who are positioned closely to Justin Sun, the keynote speaker, are given a very valuable and important spot on the platform. Now, this conference went on for hours and hours and hours with lots of different speakers. So it is my pleasure. It is very rewarding to have seen that Elizabeth Powell, representing all Steemians, was given a very close position to the keynote speaker. I think she was third in line after Justin Sun, and it wasn't very long after Justin Sun finished his presentation that Elizabeth came on and gave a presentation to the Tron community, to Tronians. This was a great moment. It's an excellent moment. It was an excellent way to finish off the year and have great hopes for the new year coming in. Now, I want to dedicate the most of this Tino take simply to that presentation. I want to share with you what Ellie has shared with the Tronians. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually just go to the clip, and I would like for you all to listen very carefully to what Ellie has shared with the Tronians, and then afterwards I will finish off this Tino take with just a few closing words. And then we go off and we go into the future. I did not seek permission to use this clip. I am always the Steam Rebel. I'm sure no one's really going to get mad at me because I'm doing this with good intentions. So listen, without further ado, I am going to pass this to the clip that Elizabeth has shared with the Tronians. Hope you all enjoy it. Hope you all appreciate the importance of what is happening, what has happened. And let me say to all of the naysayers, Justin Sun's going to ruin Steemit. Justin Sun is just here to profit off of Steemit. Justin Sun's just going to pump and dump. Justin Sun doesn't really care about the blockchain. Justin Sun doesn't really care about the platform. Well, you all have to, in Italian we say, devi rimangiare le tue parole. You have to swallow your words now. Take your words back. Because this was a very important position. This was a very important platform, and this was a very honorable position to be able to speak to Tronians on behalf of the Steem blockchain and the Steemit community. So all you naysayers that say and think that, you know, Justin Sun and the Tron Foundation don't care about Steemit, well, here's yet another significant piece of proof that we are definitely in good hands. So I'm very happy. I want to congratulate Elizabeth Powell, and I want to thank her for doing an excellent presentation. So here we go.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for having me. Again, my name is Elizabeth Powell, Managing Director at Steemit Inc. This is super exciting. What a wonderful conference you all have put on. So congratulations. Many exciting things have been going on with the Steem ecosystem. So I want to definitely walk through some things that have been going on since the partnership with Tron began in 2020, and what other innovative developments are currently happening and what is yet to come. But first of all, I want to talk a little bit about the Steem mission. Our goal has always been to onboard the masses to the Steem blockchain. But what we always don't talk about is why. Like, why are we trying to get everyday people on the Steem blockchain, steemit.com? We're not advocates just for blockchain technology for the sake of it. We believe that this technology can be used to give people ownership of their information and make using the internet a much more rewarding experience. So again, like you said in your introduction, to reward people for, you know, being involved in such an amazing technology. The secret for solving all of these impossible problems is clearly blockchain technology. So, hang on one second. So first of all, I want to just give a little bit of background on Steem, because some of the viewers here may not be 100% familiar. But Steem was launched, Steemit Inc. launched the Steem blockchain in 2016. The goal was to create a social blockchain to grow communities and make immediate revenue streams possible for users by rewarding them for sharing content. I mean, every day people are on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and yeah, you may get a lot of likes and followers, but we wanted to create something that was truly rewarding. And we created that through the Steem blockchain and through the Steem currency. One of the things, the very first application was steemit.com. And so that continues to be the flagship DApp, if you will, on the Steem blockchain that rewards users for creating content, for curating content. And again, it's just a way to incentivize people to build communities and really reward them for just being part of this amazing community. Steem is an application-specific blockchain tailored for fast, functional, social, content-based, decentralized applications. It's an open source blockchain, and so we really incentivize other dApps to build their application on the Steem blockchain. Among many of the benefits of Steem there's zero fees and near instant transaction times. And so this really enables communities to earn money rewards for pursuing their passion via sharing content. Everyone who contributes content on Steem has the same opportunity to earn money from the rewards pool. Steem enables creators to earn money for pursuing all their passions via their content. So why the Steem advantage? Steem is a commodity with value-added properties that make it truly money-like. And with the open source code that Steem was built on, it makes it super easy for other dApps to build on top of the Steem blockchain. It's a huge advantage, again, because the 3-second blocks allow for near instant transaction times. Steem processes more transactions than the next 10 blockchains combined. And communities, which we recently released as part of the partnership on Steem, really do take our social game to the next level. So I also wanted to talk a little bit about Steemit.com because, as I mentioned, that is our flagship app on the Steem blockchain. Steemit.com was really a beta, if you will, to see, would people come to the platform? Would people create content? Would they curate? Would they reward people? And immediately it was a huge success. So Steemit.com really redefines social media by this. It's a living, breathing, growing social economy, a community where users are rewarded for sharing their voice. Again, it's like, we all look to Twitter, we look to Facebook, and again, the rewards are just a completely different mechanism. So this Steemit.com is really based upon rewarding people truly for their continued effort of building community and submitting and curating amazing content. So also with, the new digital tokens, we're able to reward content creators and curators. We can transfer these tokens to users who add value to the Steem blockchain just by posting, commenting, and voting on other people's posts. So it really is a rewarding experience. And hopefully, if you're not on Steemit.com today, you will join after this presentation. And basically at Steemit.com is simply a point system. So because a point system is blockchain based, the points can be traded on the market as tokens. People buy and sell these tokens, many hold in anticipation of increased power. So the more Steem tokens you have, the more Steem power you have. So really think of it as Steem is sort of like a game system where users compete for attention, which is the better your quality of post, the better your rewards will be. And the rewards people earn are tokens that have market value and are readily tradable. And you can also support your community members by sending them more Steem power, delegating. So it really is built around this whole ecosystem of supporting one another and being part of a wonderful community. So then next, I want to talk about what we've done in 2020. So first of all, excuse me, as many as you know, Steem and Tron came together, formed a partnership in February of 2020. It's been a lot of work. Whenever you bring two amazing communities together, there's a lot of learning that's involved, a lot of research. The Tron team came in and really did some deep analytics. And since that time in February, we have immediately, one of the cool things that I was really proud of, Justin, we have advertising on Steemit.com because it was a revenue stream, but it was a cluttered experience. And we wanted to make Steemit.com a very different type of social platform. So whereas Facebook, you're bombarded with ads. But at some point, as far as a revenue generating source, we did bring advertising to Steemit.com. So one of the great things that we did, like day one, is Justin said, can we turn off these ads? And we said, absolutely, yes. And that just overall improves user experience. We do have the ability to bring back ads if we want to, but right now we're really using, any of that allotted space to promote, other Tron partners such as DLive, BitTorrents. So that was a great first, day one achievement. Users were very excited about that. Another thing that we did was immediately launch, I believe it was the second week, our new communities feature that we had been working on for probably 2 years. We had talked about at Steamfest the year before launching this, and immediately once the partnership happened, we had the resources available to, again, immediately just launch communities and let people think of it more. And we'll talk about communities more later, but so it's like a Reddit-like experience, but again, based on the Steem blockchain, providing people with immediate rewards. And so that has gone off really well. Another great achievement that was super fantastic, the development team at Tron created free instant signups. Before that, when new users came to Steemit.com, sometimes the waiting period could be up to 2 weeks, because when you get a Steemit account, you're automatically getting a Steam wallet account. And with that entitles, a lot of different access points. And so there's a lot of security that is involved with that. And so Tron was able to, just right off the bat, in a couple of months, create a system that provided the same level of security, but again, provided free instant sign-up. So users no longer had to wait the 2 weeks. So that was really exciting. And then another thing that we've done since the partnership launched, we really wanted to re-engage with the community. Again, anytime there's a big partnership like this, there's some learning curves and planning that has to go in place. And so we wanted to re-engage the community. And so we developed let's do the 100 days of Steam. And so we began posting every day for 100 days, various challenges, one of them, the diary game. Since then, we've done many more crypto challenges. And so for the first time ever, we've been able to create really engaging contests and challenges that are rewarding people. Again, through Justin's leadership, we were able to create some curator accounts with a lot of Steam power. And so we've really engaged the community to be part of this exciting time, post about whether it's Huobi or other exchanges, your favorite crypto. And by doing that, people, get rewarded again through these amazing curator accounts. And it's been really an exciting time. And so again, going back to communities, this really is the focal point of Steemit.com. So think of it as a Reddit style feature again, but being rewarded by Steam. With the new feature that, with the help of the Tron team that we launched, we eliminated a lot of the pain points that communities had in the past. So tags, for example, now have quality standards, and there's consensus on how to enforce, good behavior. That's, we're decentralized, but it's about keeping good within the community. And, having good moderators, having those admin tools are crucial to maintaining the level of high quality content that we want to see on Steemit.com. So now community leaders and moderators have those tools in place. And so it really does give them the ownership that they've wanted and needed for so long. Communities can now brand themselves. They can earn money. So whether you're a little league baseball team or a church group, whatever, you're able to build your community, have total control, and have amazing tools to really build out that community. So again, it was amazing to join this partnership with Tron and just launch all of these great things. I know 2020, it seems like it's been a long year, but I feel like we've accomplished so much. So it's really been great, and I'm super excited about what's to come. So what is to come? Looking ahead, hopefully most of you have seen that the TRX and Steam integration is now live. So what does that mean? That means now users can earn additional TRX rewards alongside with their Steam accounts. This was a huge launch that just happened really 2 weeks ago. There's still a lot of work, some improvements, but the great thing is now bringing these two communities together, we're actually now really forming an alliance together. And so Steam users can benefit from the Tron ecosystem. Tron users can now get involved with Steemit. Now Tron users have a platform, a social media platform for communicating and sharing, and we can engage both of the ecosystems. So I encourage everyone to look at Steemit.com, Steemit blog, to learn more about, what this integration means, how people can really take advantage of it. And because it is a direct proportion, so the amount of Steam power have the same amount of TRX rewards you're going to receive. So Again, check out steemit.com at Steemit blog and learn more about this integration. It happened again 2 weeks ago. We had a contest, also rewarding people to learn more about it and contribute their ideas on how they can see this partnership growing even more. So what else will we do? We're going to look for continued TRX integrations. How can we bring the two ecosystems together even more than we have today? We want to bring these two communities together as best as we can. We have a lot of, worldwide, Steemit has a reach. We have an amazing group of country reps that are continuously bringing on new users, supporting their communities worldwide. The stories that we hear on steemit.com are really unbelievable. Again, especially, during such an interesting year with 2020, there's been a lot of hardships. And so to hear about a teacher in Uganda being able to do a contest and earn enough Steam rewards that she could buy her entire classroom shoes. It's really an amazing community. And again, I hope more and more of you join the platform. Looking ahead too, we will look to do continued UI enhancements on steemit.com, for example, editing features, more search features, things like that. So that the development team is very, very busy. So I think 2021 is only going to be just so much better. So that's really it for me. Again, if you are not on steemit.com, please sign up today. It's free. It's instant approval. Enjoy, all your different interests. You can find communities that really suit everything from arts to film to crypto, obviously. But really, thank you again for taking the time to listen. We couldn't be more happy with our partnership with Tron and the entire BitTorrent family. It's been really wonderful. So thank you.
So there you have it. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope most importantly that you appreciate what was shared. And I want to give my utmost compliments to Ellie for having done a great presentation, for having been very articulate, most importantly for having been very, very prepared, and for just being very decisive in her confidence about the Steemit future and this connection that we now have with the Tron Foundation, with the Tronians, and with the new president of Steemit, Justin Sun. And I want to emphasize for all of you mature Steemians, this is for the mature Steemians. A lot of you may be saying, well, I didn't hear anything really new. I didn't really hear anything that was that I don't already know. The important part of what you just heard is not that you as a Steemian are hearing this, but to keep in mind, keep within the context that Ellie was speaking to Tronians, okay? This was a conference that was going to draw a lot of serious Tronians, the mature Tronians. And we have had the opportunity to have a mature Steemian give a really excellent, convincing presentation that could then inspire many Tronians to now come onto the Steemit platform and begin to engage with us. So as you have listened and as you have heard, don't think of this as a presentation to Steemians. This was a presentation to Tronians. So bear in mind that this is what they're coming into our system with. This is the knowledge, this is the information, the introduction that many Tronians have received who will now come into the system. Now it will be our responsibility as mature Steemians to welcome them, to provide them with as many tools as possible to help them better understand our system, and as Elizabeth said, to start putting ideas out there for the further integration. What is it going to mean for Tronians to come into the Steemit system, knowing that they're going to gain TRX, knowing that they're going to gain Steem? We need to make this a very easy transition for all Tronians who come into the system, and we need to have, I know we have Steem greeters and I know we have mentors, but I think we need to start developing a group of people who are equipped enough to be able to welcome Tronians. I hope that a lot of them come in. I hope that this presentation really gets out to a lot of people, and I hope that Tronians are excited about the idea now that they can have a social media that is connected to their blockchain and that has a lot of similarities with our blockchain, so that we can make this transition as easy as possible, and we can onboard a lot of new users from the Tron system, hopefully have some really nice developers, have some really unique people, and expand this worldwide reach that Elizabeth was talking about to a very large community that does not have, up until now, who has not had a social media platform that is actually in their interest to join, because now we have TRX. Tronians are on the way. That's all I wanted to share for this Tino take, and I really appreciate Elizabeth Powell for what she has done. She represented us very nicely, and I just want to say thank you. I just want to show my gratitude, and I hope many of you will also show your gratitude, and let's do something positive with this very, very excellent opportunity that we have been given. As always, I thank everyone for the support, and I always thank everyone for taking the time to listen. We'll catch up on the next take.